and gentlemen, to our presentation of a famous episode in the life of Michael Dwyer. What you are now seeing is a seascape off the coast of Ireland. At this particular time in history, the Irish people were awaiting the arrival of a French expeditionary force which was to assist them in their fight for independence. This is one of Ireland's national monuments, preserved at the Dhaoibh Mall in the county Wicklow. It was here almost 200 years ago that Michael Dwyer and his comrades took a stand for Irish freedom. The movie you are about to see tells the story of that particular fight. friends in the glen of a mall in County Wicklow. We see the local schoolmaster, Peter Bohr, who is giving lessons to the children of a mall. In those dark days, it was forbidden for Catholics to receive an education, and classes were held in secret. And how is Michael Dwyer today?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Good boy.
And now, my dear children, we come to our lesson on the history of Ireland. As you know, Ireland has lost her independence. The Irish people are oppressed by foreign soldiers. Even our children are denied an education. They are kept in ignorance of all that is part of our Irish heritage. Our very way of life is threatened, but it was not always so. At one time, Ireland was renowned as a seat of piety and learning. One of our greatest ancestors, St. Columcille, said, "Juki an amshara wendan, walklet a vehenerin, being a mekiriyagana, a bawana na mekaleja." Which means, the time shall come, O Brendan, when you would feel it painful to reside in Erin. The sons of kings shall be few in number, and the learned men shall be deprived of dignity. Our saints and scholars kept the spark of Christianity and Western civilization alight during the reign of the barbarians and re-Christianized Europe after their downfall. But now our country is laid waste. Go home quickly.
He's over there. I'll go get him. Be careful of the soldier. The soldiers are gone. I'll take Pat Cuslow home.
In 1798, the Irish people rebelled against their oppressors. They were very badly defeated. Their leaders had to take to the mountains to hide from the soldiers.
At length, brave Michael Dwyer, you and your trusted men were hunted o'er the mountains and traced into the glen. Sleep not, but watch and listen, keep ready, laid and boarding. The soldiers know you're hiding tonight in
John, I wish to God this was
Wilderness.
soon over. Oh, don't worry, Pat. It'll be over soon enough. Well, boys, the whole countryside is swarming with soldiers. They are out to get every man that took part in the rebellion. We had better stay hiding up here in the mountains. They'll never find us up here.
I think we should surrender and hope for leniency.
By the way, where's Sam McAllister?
He went down into the village for food. He should be back soon.
Here he is now. Oh, you're back, Michael. Did you see all the troops prowling around?
I did. We'll have to be very careful.
How long are we going to have to stay up here in the mountains?
Look here, John Savage. But you know it's a bad habit to speak with your mouth full.
Huh, food is so scarce around here, it's not likely to become a habit.
Let's surrender and hope for leniency.
We'll stay up here until help comes from France.
What help?
At this moment, the Organization of United Irishmen, of which we are all members, are arranging with the French government to have several ships of the French fleet sent through Ireland to help us fight the English.
That's right. And the man who is organizing this is Wolfe Tone.
Wolfe Tone was an Anglo-Irish Protestant who was Assistant Secretary of the Catholic Committee and one of the founders of the United Irishmen.
Dearest, you've been working too hard. You should take some rest.
But how can I, my dear, when my country is in such a sad state?
What can you do?
I'll tell you. To subvert the tyranny of our execrable government, to break the connection with England, the never-failing source of our political evils, and to assert the independence of my country, these were my objects. To unite the whole people of Ireland, to abolish the memories of our past dissensions, and to substitute the common name of Irishmen in place of the denominations of Catholic, Protestant, or Dissenter. These were my means. I must go to France to arrange for the landing of French troops in Ireland to assist us in our struggle against England.
Well, do be careful, dear.
Have you heard the news about Wolfe Tone? He's gone to France to get help from Napoleon. Oh. The sooner our men can come home from the mountains, the better. Here's Mary Dwyer. I wonder how she heard from Michael. It's a fine Sunday morning, Mary. Are you coming to Mass with us?
I am. God bless you all.
Have you heard from your husband yet?
Indeed I haven't. He's been gone for months.
God protect us and bless us. What's to become of us all?
Take back away, tal on the grass, that time she and lat, Fanny Ruth and Ross, Fanny Tord, the Thronisa, Naveware Walker J. We are in the packet, Nashab's Ruhr, or Washerman. Oh God, send us home safely to me, Michael.
Dominus vobiscum.
Et cum spiritu tuo.
do the song, Evelyn.
I will, Father. I will see the as we bloom, my heart is soon sad. Me shame on a face at top of for love. Oh, here you Scripture is glanta.
Open! Open in the name of King George! Hawkins, search this house for arms.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget me pipe in the tent.
Very funny. Very funny indeed. Come now, John Dwyer. Tell me where your son Michael is hiding.
In the mountains.
I don't suppose you would happen to know the exact location?
Well, now, he did give me his address, but I seem to have lost the piece of paper he wrote it on.
Ahead. Go maybe in the States. Papa, me let me have go on the side duty in a year.
Ja, hij mis je, mag je?
Ach, wann go meine Seijuri emi.
Confound you, scoundrel! Why can't you speak English?
You higgin bearla. There are no arms hit, sir.
I'll go and warn Michael.
And God go with you, Mary.
I'll see you now.
Oh, who goes there?
It's me, Billy Dwyer.
What's the password?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Patrick, I've got to see Michael at once. Mary, you used the password. Oh, thank God you're safe, Michael. I was so worried about you.
Go back to the village at once. Don't ever come back here again.
Well, the soldiers have been searching the whole village for you.
The soldiers are approaching. Go home as fast as your legs can carry you, woman.
Oh, Michael, don't go. Don't go, Michael. Michael, don't go. Don't go, Michael. Don't go.
was an ambush.
By George, we got one of them.
I think we should surrender and hope for leniency.
Will you hold your fist pat and fight for Ireland? We got another one. Fall back, man. Fall back. Come on.
Come on, Sam. Up the Rocky Mountains, down the Bobby Glen. We keep them in confusion till the French come in.
Michael, I wish the French would hurry up and get here.
Pardon?
The French have landed!
Thank God for that.
General Humbert landed with a detachment of French soldiers at Killala. The Mayo men joined forces with him, and they all marched on Ballina and captured it.
Hurrah for the true-hearted men of County Mayo!
Then they advanced towards Castlebar, and when they got there, they chased every English soldier out of the town.
We have them on the run now.
Where are the French and the Mayo men now?
They're moving across the Midlands towards Dublin. They've even crossed the Shannon into Longford. The English are gathering forces at Ballinamuck, and it looks like they're going to make a stand there.
I see.
They've brought up reinforcements from Dublin under Lord Cornwallis, the new viceroy.
Lord Cornwallis? I wonder if he's still smarting from the licking George Washington gave him.
Now,
Michael, I want to tell you something.
Maybe. We'll be home for Christmas. You never
Uh-huh.
know.
Michael, General Humbert brought only a few men with him.
That's a disappointment. We were expecting a larger force.
All the country people in Mayo are with the French, but the property people, both Catholic and Protestant, have not given General Humbert the full support.
Well, Wolftone's still in France. He'll bring a larger French fleet with him. We'll just have to bide our time.
We're behind you all the way, Michael.
Well, my darling, I start for Dublin in the morning to meet with Lord Cornwallis, the new viceroy. I understand he has some instructions for me.
Perhaps you're being reassigned to a new post in England. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Shouldn't place too much hope on that, my darling. More likely it has something to do with a crackdown on those rebel fellows.
Oh, I do hope we don't have to stay here much longer. I miss the wonderful social life we had when we were in England. Do you remember, darling, the day we were married? I was hoping they would send us to some exciting place, like India. We could have seen the Taj Mahal or danced together at some rich Maharaja's palace. Instead, we end up in a miserable little garrison in Hackettstown.
Now, my dear. One must serve the Empire wherever His Majesty sees fit.
What? Chasing bands of rebels through the Wicklow Mountains? Oh, really?
Courage, my dear. When all this is over, we shall return to England and enjoy once again the splendid life to which we are accustomed.
I do hope Lord Cornwallis has good news for us.
We're going home now, Mary, to say the rosary for the boys in the mountains.
I think I'll go to bed, lad. Good night, Pat.
Good to see you, Michael.
It's good to see you too, Mary. But what's Pádraig Lynch doing here?
Am I not told to be here as anybody else?
We don't want you nor your sort here, so get out.
I won't.
Michael?
It's good to be together again, Mary.
I'll get you with this sword if it's the last thing I do. Ow, ow, ow!
I'm afraid I have bad news for you.
What is it, Mary?
The French fleet came, but were defeated. Wolfe Tone landed in Donegal. He was captured by the English and sentenced to be hanged.
They'll never hang Wolfe Tone.
That's true enough.
What do you mean?
He died in his prison cell.
Oh, Lord have mercy on him. Well, I got to go now, Mary. Goodbye, Father. Goodbye, son. Goodbye, Evelyn.
Come on, lads, to your house.
Goodbye, Mary.
Don't be sad, Mary. Spend me all of that, just on the day.
Captain MacDonald, do come in. Do sit down.
Thank you, my lord.
First, I should like to make clear my position and views with regard to the present rebellion in this country. I have reached the decision to suppress the folly which has been too prevalent in this quarter of substituting Catholicism instead of Jacobinism as the foundation of the rebellion. The present war here in Ireland has been termed a religious one, but you may be assured it has nothing to do with religion. It is purely political, and the insurgents are principally headed by Protestant leaders. The United Irishmen consist of Catholics and Protestants, and if they cannot agree on religious matters, they are nevertheless bound together by republican principles. This renders our task more difficult.
I see, my lord. I should like to take this opportunity of congratulating you on your splendid victory over the French at Ballinamuck.
Thank you, Captain. However, I should like to point out to you that it was a relatively easy task. The French force was but a small one, and we overcame them without great effort. But I have good reason to believe the French are now preparing to land a considerably larger force in Ireland. Should this happen, it is quite likely that any Irish rebel leader still at large could easily incite the Irish people to join forces with the French, as O'Malley did recently in County Mayo. Excuse me, Captain. If such were the case, we should have a tremendous task on our hands, and we might not emerge victorious quite so easily. Therefore, I am entrusting you with the task of taking Michael Dwyer, the rebel leader in the Wicklow Mountains, which, as you know, falls within your jurisdiction.
My lord, I have already made several attempts to capture Dwyer. He is most elusive. Thus far, he has successfully eluded all our endeavors at bringing him to justice. The local people appear to sympathize with his cause. They constantly give him and his men shelter and will not reveal his whereabouts to us.
I am quite well aware of the situation, Captain. However, you must get the people on your side. See to it that your men conduct themselves at all times in a decent and military-like manner. We must not risk alienating the people from His Majesty's troops, Captain. Every soldier must respect the local inhabitants and refrain from barbarous conduct.
With all due respect, my lord, I should like to say that my men are doing an excellent job under the circumstances. These rebels are fighting in their native land, while my men are operating in an environment which is totally unfamiliar to them.
The defense of the men is highly commendable, Captain. However, we must get Michael Dwyer. If you cannot capture him, invite him to surrender.
Michael Dwyer surrender? On what terms, my lord?
Offer him a pardon, and a free passage to Australia for himself and his family. We must remove Michael Dwyer from the Irish scene.
As my lord wishes, I shall do my utmost.
One time when walking down the lane, when I was drawing I met a calling with 3 flowers, and she was young the night. St. Patrick let you do, said I, if you decree tell the place where you did find me flawed. I seem to know so well. She took and kissed the poor flower one, and softly said to me, "This flower comes from the Wicklow hills, you wouldn't use to see. Its name is Michael Dwyer, the bravest flower alive."
How are you, Mrs. Connell? And how's Miley? I'm fine. But Miley's very stingy. Couldn't come. Ah, the poor fella.
I am fighting so that all Irishmen may be free, whether they be Catholic, Protestant, or Dissenter.
Good men, sir.
Why don't we all surrender and hope for leniency?
The grass that grows on Ulster hills was nurtured by our martyrs' blood, and all the little murmuring rills tell us the tale of how they stood against every fierce invading horde that came to loot and spoil and slay. They tell us how the Ulster sword cut straight the path to freedom's day. And by Tyrconnell's holy fanes, and by every field and green Chiron, we swear to break the Saxon chains, to win and guard and hold our own.
Oh, yes. I can't believe it.
There's another leader up in Dublin by the name of Robert Emmett. He'll keep up the fight. Come on, Pat. Wake up, Sam. Come on, boys. Let's go down into the valley. We'll stay at Miley Connell's cottage till the bad weather passes. Where are you going? We're going to spend the rest of the winter at Miley Collins' cottage.
Ha-ha! Miley Collins' cottage. I've got you this time, Dwyer.
Hey, John, what is this time, Castro?
Don't you think it'd be a good idea if we all give ourselves up? Maybe to go easy, Hannah?
No way.
Oh, no, let you go.
So, you say you have information as to the whereabouts of Michael Dwyer?
That's right, Captain. He's on his way to Miley Collins' cottage in Derrynambook.
Derrynambook?
And the Gallister, Savage and Crosslow are with him.
Can you be certain that they are going to this Connell fellow's place?
I'm absolutely certain.
So Michael Dwyer has finally abandoned his mountain retreat and is now descending into the glen of Imal.
Hey, what about me money?
Sergeant, bring the reward money.
Here you are, sir.
That's all I get. 2 bloody shillings. The reward said 500 guineas.
We haven't captured Michael Dwyer yet. Sergeant, get every man out of bed and have them ready for battle in 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
At length brave Michael Dwyer and held undaunted men were scented o'er the mountains. And tracked into the glen. The stealthy soldiers followed with ready blade and ball, and swore to trap the outlaw that night in Wildham Hall. They prowled around the valley and towards the dawn of day discovered where the faithful and fearless heroes lay. Around the little cottage they formed into a ring and called out,
Michael Dwyer, surrender to the king.
What's going on?
Thus answered Michael Dwyer,
Into this house we came, unasked by those who owned it. They cannot be to blame. Then let those guiltless people, unquestioned, pass you through. And when they pass in safety, I'll tell you what we'll do.
"'Twas done."
And now, MacDonald, your work you may begin. You have an army outside, we are only 4 within. We have heard your haughty summons, and this is our reply. We're true united Irishmen, we'll fight until we die.
Then burst the war's red lightning, then poured the leaden rain. The hills around re-echoed, the thunder peals again. The soldiers falling round him, brave Dwyer fevered cried. Hurrah, when gallant comrade is wounded by his side. Yet there are 3 remaining, good battles still to do. Their hands are strong and steady, their aim is quick and true. But heard that furious shouting, the savage soldiers raise. The house is fired around them, the roof is in a blaze. And brighter every moment the lurid flame arose, and louder swelled the laughter and the cheering of their foes. And spake the brave McAllister, the weak and wounded man. You can escape, my comrades, and this shall be your plan. Place in my hands a musket, then lie upon the floor. I'll stand before the soldiers and open wide the door. They'll pour into my bosom the fire of their array. Then, while their guns are empty, dash through them and away. Stood before the foemen, revealed amidst the flame. From out their leather pieces, the whisper volley came, up sprang the three survivors, for whom the hero died. But only mighty Dwyer burst through the ranks outside. He battered his pursuers, who followed like the wind. He swam the river Slaney and left them far behind. But many a scarlet soldier he promised soon would fall for those, his gallant comrades, who died in Wildham Hall.
When I went home returning, Annie dear, I saw a cottage